All right. Hello, ESA. My name is Keaton, and this is Azure Striker Gunvolt 2, a lovely Mega Man style game made by Inti Creates that not enough of you have played. All right, I got a lot to explain, not enough time to do it, and I don't feel like repeating myself. So are we ready on time?
Think we're ready?
All right, time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, there's a whole lot of intro guff, but we're not going to see any of it. Long story short, I'm being held up at gunpoint, and very soon I will not be. We're about to be introduced. We're about to be introduced to our main character, Gunvolt. Here he is. There he goes. All right, so here's the deal with Gunvolt. He has gun and he has volts. I know, we're breaking new ground. The main components of Gunvolt's arsenal can be broken down as such. He has the gun, standard in any Mega Man game, but the gun itself does complete and total peanut damage. It does almost nothing at all. So, when I have someone shot, they get tagged because I'm basically shooting lightning rods. Then I turn on the flash field, which is this blue glowy electric orb, to actually deal the lion's share of Gunvolt's damage. This also has the side effect of slowing my fall speed. For some reason, I'm guessing magnets. The third part of his kit is called Prevasion. It's like evasion, but before. Long story short, it uses the same resource, which is the blue bar beneath my character called EP, to basically just let me run through enemies and projectiles and damage to not get hit. You might lead that to believe that the run is now trivial because I can just run through everything. Kinda, sorta, not really. If I'm using the flash field, I cannot prevade things, so I can still get hit. So I have to keep an eye on that and the amount of resource that I have, except for right now, I'm being supported by my robot holographic butterfly waifu, who is currently putting me in a super mode that gives me infinite EP, which is the resource that I was referring to. This robot sucks. I know I can one-cycle this robot, but I just can't quite do it, especially not now because he's not doing the attack that'll let me one-cycle him. God, this game really does throw a lot at you in the first couple seconds. What I just used there was called Astrosphere. That is one of Gunvolt's skills that uses the batteries that are in the bottom left corner, excuse me, of the screen. You can't see them right now because that robot's busy blowing up. But yeah, Astrosphere uses one of those batteries in the bottom left corner. There they are. There they go. The level's over. Oh, boy. Yeah, the intro stage throws a lot at you very quickly, and it's going to throw a lot at you. It's going to throw even more at you, rather, because we're about to run into our second playable character, who we have to use for one level in the intro before we actually pick our character. This is any percent Gunvolt, so we're going to be doing Gunvolt's route, who's the guy you just saw. This guy, who you're about to see, his name is Copen. He's the Zero, except he controls entirely differently. He uses the bullets that are in the bottom left corner of the screen to perform bullet dashes, which are these crazy aerial dashes that cover lots of ground very, very quickly. Thankfully, even though Copen's movement makes me very, very sad, and I don't run in his category, his level is broken down into pretty easily digestible chunks to get through it in short order. We are about to perform one major glitch with Copen that was found. This is called... Come on now. Infinite bullet dash glitch. When you double tap down, you reload the bullets. If you drop from the air... Oop, that's not the button. I want to hit start then to skip the cutscene. If you drop through a platform while you're reloading, it frees up your movement and continues to refill your bullets until it gets filled. Thus, infinite bullets. Wahoo. Just gonna climb up this very, very tall building now. Refill my bullets real fast because we're about to hit this cutscene where a big robot is about to chase me with bullets. But different bullets. My bullets are special and make me go fast. Those robots' bullets make me sad and just hurt me. A little bit of movement tech, just dashing against the wall to kick up it very fast. At least it would if I could do it right. Out the window with missiles chasing me. We're gonna do infinite bullet dash again here. And bada boom. That's the end of Copen stage. Here's the boss. It's about to die. He has a lot of depth and nuance to his combat, but I don't really have time to discuss it because this boss is already dead, and we're never going to play as Copen again. All right. There's one more bit to the intro. We're going to fight a quick boss as Gunvolt again, and then we're going to be into the actual Mega Man stages. You can probably fit in a donation real fast here.
I just wanted to say that that is just definitely a fantastic introduction. We are raising money for Save the Children's coronavirus relief funds. So anything you do donate goes directly to the charity. We've already raised well over $2,500 in the short time that we've been online. Thank you guys so much for that. Please do keep them coming. And yeah, keep that on-point commentary coming. This is awesome. All
right, we skip cutscene, fight. Here's Tenjan. We're gonna meet him again later. He's gonna slash, he's gonna dash, and now he's dead. It's just that easy. We're gonna run into him again, and he's not gonna have quite that small amount of health. Ah, sweet, sub 5. It's a bit of a meme to get less than 5 seconds in that boss. All right, now. Ready. Here's the hardest part of the run. Ready? Are you ready? You're gonna blink.
I'm ready.
You're gonna blink and you're gonna miss it. Here we go.
Okay. Really fast blinking, though.
All right, we've selected a character. We've got our run going. People have actually lost runs to that, me being one of them. All right.
Seriously.
All right, first level.
Accidentally Copen.
Yeah. All right, first actual level is the Manor. Manor is not too interesting. It's a lot of stairs and zombies. So instead, I'm going to talk about the boss that's at the end of it, who I affectionately refer to as Blood Lady. That's not actually her deal. Lore states that her thing is that she controls the metal, but she controls the iron in people's blood and thus throws a lot of blood around. Oop, come on, let me up.
I thought you were going in the Magneto direction.
Ow. That was an example of EP management not going well, and thus I got hit by an enemy while my EP was at 0. When your EP hits 0, either by using flash field too much or by running into too many enemies, you hit an overheat state where you have to wait until it refills before you can use it again. This is a gauntlet room. You have to kill all the enemies per seed, except not really. We're going to use Astrosphere. We're going to hit a warning light that's at the top of the screen, just off screen, that signifies that you're in a gauntlet room. You blow that light up, and the encounter ends. Immediately. Everything dies. All right. A little bit more through here. Right. Back to Blood Lady. Here's the thing with her. Every boss in Gunvolt follows a pretty standard pattern. Their life bar is broken up into 3 segments, and during the first segment, they have a set of mechanics that they'll do. In phase 2, they'll do an extra attack and then throw some more layers onto that phase 2. And then for phase 3, they do what's called a desperation move, or a DM. This is similar in principle to one of Gunvolt's skills. They do a big splash screen, they say some anime stuff, and then they do a big move. Blood Lady doesn't follow the structure. Every single phase of hers is completely and wildly different, with completely different mechanics and different defense values for some reason. She takes way less damage in phase 2, or she takes way more damage in phase 2 rather, and takes way less damage in phase 3. I think someone said it was like a 90% damage reduction. So we're gonna have lots of fun with that. Now, you may have noticed that at the end of every section of the level, I break this big shining pink cyber wall called a hexapile. For the most part, I get to the end of the level, I break the hexapile, I move on. We're gonna get to the top of these stairs here, and we're gonna run into a hexapile, and we're gonna go past it because there's an extra route at the back of here that empirically doesn't save me time in this level. It's actually quite a bit of a jog to get to the end of here, but we're gonna pick something up at the end that's gonna help us out a lot. Just gotta get up these stairs here. Run to the end of this hallway. There's the blood I was talking about, but with metal coming out of it. So yeah, I guess it makes sense. And there it is. Let me just blow that up real fast. What we just got is something called Crash Bolt. It's a skill similar to Astrosphere. You stick it in that slot there. I have set it to the hotkey, which is X. The difference is it's much faster, it doesn't do quite as much damage, and it costs me nothing. It just has a short cooldown before I can use it again. So we're gonna run up, we're gonna use Crash Bolt. Bada boom, bunch of damage done. This is Blood Lady, by the way. She's very short, she's very punk rock, and she's very angry. So we're just gonna try and do as much damage as possible before we hit phase 2. Fill up on our EP again. All right. So see now how she drops to the floor, she goes invincible, and now she has completely changed up her moveset. But it's okay because this doesn't last too long. Her defense has dropped significantly. Whoops. I have made a mistake. Ow. All right. Now she's going into phase 3. Phase 3 sucks. She has massively increased defense. She gains a red aura that completely drains my EP if she hits it. And her DM is her entire phase 3. She's going to start bouncing around the room at very high speeds, threatening to completely drain my EP. Yep, there it is. And she's generally very unpleasant to fight. The only reason this phase doesn't last absolutely forever is because that attack she's doing where she drops blood on the walls and then it sprouts spikes. Oh my lord, she's being very uncooperative today. Is draining her own health every time she uses it. So you may have noticed I completely whiffed that. Wow, this is not going well for me. Well, she's about to kill herself. Wait, no, she has 1 health. There we go. I haven't had to do it like that in a while. That's okay. Okay. So that's probably the worst early game boss so far. The rest of these are going to be pretty straightforward. Between the levels score screen, please read a donation.
All right, will do. We have an anonymous $10 donation that says, "We're all rooting for you in the Discord, Keat." So thanks very much for that. And yeah, I don't know who that was, but from your Discord.
Oh, I know who that was. Don't worry about it.
Okay, excellent.
All right, so now we're going to the data facility. We're going to run into our second boss, Teseo. Teseo is a fun guy. Here's the lore behind Teseo. The big bad evil guys are called Eden because they're trying to make an Eden where all of these crazy dudes with superpowers can live and kill all humans. Teseo was a moderator on a popular website, saw Eden, and joined them because he got bored. So as such, he is now a big shot hacker, and his level has a lot of fun gimmicks, like screen looping, as you just saw there. So the level, come on now, movement. So the level will loop in places from left to right or top to bottom. Just a lot of awkward, tricky movement across moving platforms. I actually need to fill up here to shoot these platforms, and so they rise me up very, very quickly. And away we go. He's about to throw another gimmick at us, which is red and blue platforms. Red platforms go away if I drag the flash field over them. Blue platforms don't exist until I drag the flash field over them. So it's a lot of tricky movement to try and navigate through this level with that in effect. I'm gonna need to kill some stuff both to preserve EP and for experience for later. Shh, it's a surprise. Oop, come on now, movement. Ooh, just barely filled up in time to slip past that turret. This is a big vertical climb using those red and blue platforms. Observe, me having to use my flash field in order to step on these blue guys. Oops, excuse me. Gotta fill up here. We try to fill up as few times as possible just because I do have to stop and double tap down. Here's another gauntlet room. You may notice that there is no red warning light to denote that there is a gauntlet going on, but I can just hit Astrosphere in the middle of the room, and it just kills everything as they come down. Amazing. All right, this is one last mad dash before we get to the boss over here. Just a lot of, hey, show us what you've learned. Red and blue platforms, deal with it. So red, we just drop through by hitting down and jump. Blue platforms, got to use the flash field for those. That was not as smooth as I would have liked, but hey, what are you gonna do? And one big section with nothing but blue platforms over spikes. But it's perfectly spaced that you can just dash, jump, glide using flash field. Ow, I've been hurt by a turret. Alright, that's the last exit pile before the boss. Now we're gonna meet Teseo. He's a hacker. He speaks in lead speak, but I turned all the dialogue off, so you're not gonna hear him.
You went for it.
Alright, here we go. He mostly just teleports around and sits there as a big old target dummy while I do stuff to him. There's no real sense in saving the resources once you get... Ooh, I one-cycled him. That's a rare one. Alright, here's his big phase 2 attack. He draws 1, 2, 3! Now he's gonna show up again. And that's it. Blink and you miss it. Phase 3 time. He's gonna do his DM, which thankfully, again, he just kind of sits there as a big old target dummy while I wail on him. As you can see, he has cast Impregnable Fortress. This force will not be pregged in any way. I just forgot to charge EP, so that's slightly suboptimal, but that's okay. We're gonna hit him with Astrosphere, we're gonna hit him with Crash Bolt, and he's dead. Oh yeah, my Robot Butterfly hologram waifu also shows up if I get 1,000 or more of Kudos, which is the white combo points you've probably been seeing show up to the top left of my screen. Just shows up and sings J-pop. That's kind of it. There is a mechanic where if you die, she can use an ability called Anthem and revive you with that crazy power-up you saw in the intro stage. But we're not gonna die. So, cough. All right, this is Frozen City. We're gonna meet Tenjan here again, but first we're gonna have to deal with something that Mega Man fans may recognize, which is Yoku blocks, except they're made of icicles. They are cycle-based, which means I need to do this first dash very optimally. They run on cycles, but they run on the weird kind of cycles where as I go through this level, certain parts of the level are going to be turned icy, and the cycle for the corresponding Yoku icicles don't start until the level is iced. So the first one starts as soon as level starts, but later ones are kind of fixed, and I can't really save that much time. It's kind of an auto-scroller in that way, but what are you gonna do? All right, so we're about to run into a familiar face here. There's Copen. He kind of sucks. Go ahead and read a donation while I kick the crap out of him.
All right, donation from George Waters for $20, which says, "Go Keaton!"
Thank you.
I assume that's the accent in which you say it, but that's the one I've got, so...
Absolutely, I assume.
Okay. Thought so. I'm just assuming that your approval was that. But yeah, thanks very much for the donations, guys. Keep them coming.
All right, he's done. He's gonna run away, and I don't know, take up knitting. All right, so more of the level, and remember what I was saying before about the level turning icy? There it is. The most annoying thing about that is that the screen flashes white, and yeah, it's like a flashbang. It kind of sucks, but that's okay. We live in. Here's another gauntlet room. It has a red light. You know what's gonna happen. We go up here. We hit Astrosphere, we blow up the light. Astrosphere is faster than optimal shooting and flash fielding. My brain shut off for a second there. So if the enemy has the health to spare, it is always better to go for Astrosphere than just raw damage. These Yoku icicles are pretty much free, although there's been some real Monka-esque moments with them before. So we head back here, hop on up, shoot this guy for later.
Let you know that the ice puns are getting really strong or weak in the chats, depending on your point of view.
Oh, please. I love a good ice pun.
Yeah.
I think they're super cool.
Hey.
I did it. Are you proud of me? Here's Tenjan. His armor has gotten some saturation to it, which means he's stronger. Oh, he's actually doing some other stuff this time. All right, good for you, bud. All right. For phase 2, he doesn't do anything different. He just turns the room icy. Amazing. All right, I'm actually going to not use Astrosphere because we're about to get a spicy DM skip on him. And by spicy, I mean he just... Ooh, careful. And by that, I mean before he does the DM itself, he just kind of sits there for like a good 10 seconds and I can just murder him. I don't know why he takes so long. It's not even that impressive. Truly, the real Frigid Blossom was the friends we made along the way. All right, you can read a quick donation while this score screen goes by.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to say that we do have some donation incentives coming up. So, yeah, so in a couple of games' time, we've got Metal Combat's Falcon's Revenge, and there is a save or kill roller for the final boss, and that is $100 a piece. So it's currently dead even, whether we save or kill us. So everything to play for.
Nice. I would like to point out that the loading screen here says Stalwart Guardians await in a marine paradise. This is the sewers. This is a sewer level. I don't know what kind of marine paradise the people at Inti Creates are seeing, but I want to go there. Right. So here's the sewers. The sewers can be broken up into two very distinct segments. The first segment is really awkward terrain, just really awkward terrain all the way around. I just realized I forgot to explain the main facet of Gunvolt's movement. Gunvolt has a dash, which you can see me spamming right there. Good lord, words are hard today. The way Gunvolt's dash works is kind of weird. He has a brief burst of his top speed at the very start of the dash, and he kind of drops to a lower speed if you let the dash carry on. What that means is dash jumping is the most effective and optimal form of movement because the starting dash speed is preserved when you jump. Oh, thank God, I actually hit that. So when you have an area like the sewers, which makes it very hard for you to time out when to dash and jump as soon as you hit the ground, it makes me very sad. This robot is dead. He wasn't even worth mentioning. Gonna break this hexapile. Now we're gonna jump into the second half of the sewer stage, which is water spouts. It's lots of vertical descents while water spouts threaten to push me back up. There's the water spout. So just gonna take things real carefully while I do this. Kill this robot. There's two more of those vertical drops, and each one is just a little bit more nerve-wracking than the last. Here we're coming up on the second water spout section right here. All right, we're gonna go to the right. Drop right through between there, and we're done. All right. Gonna be a quick interlude between the second and third water spout sections with the hardest room in the game. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
And room's over.
Yay!
They put a red light right below where you start. Anyway, say hi to Stan. He's my favorite enemy in the game. He's just trying to do his job. Good job, Stan. Proud of you. We stand Stan in this house. All right, here's last water spouts. Okay, there we go. Just that little dip between left and right in the middle of the room there is so tight. It's like weirdly tight. I don't know why, but this last bit is pretty much free. Just don't be where the water spouts are. Wait for them to go away, and away we go. All right, next we're coming up on the boss. This is Milas, aka the Water Boy, because obviously when you think marine conservationist, which is what he is, you think the sewers. He's actually kind of a scrub. We're gonna mop him up in short time. Haha, water.
Hey.
He better not be backflipping out of range, or I'm gonna be upset. He backflipped out of range! I'm upset. Well. Haven't been hit by that in a while. That's alright. Oh, ow. So, funny thing, Gunvolt is electricity based. So when he gets hit by water, it messes him up and drains his entire EP meter, which is super fun. We're gonna get a DM skip on Miles. This one's a little tighter. He's about to cast Aqua Avatar. He's gonna try and jump away, but we're gonna mash because the gun still does chip damage. Oh no, brother, you ain't going nowhere. That's it. That's Miles. Yeah, you can read a quick donation while this score screen goes by.
All right. Thank you very much. So Sia has donated $10. Thank you very much for that. And right, I had no idea Gunvolt existed, but Keaton has really great commentary on it, so I like it.
Yay!
Thank you very much for that. Excellent.
Play these games, people. They're criminally underrated. I didn't know it existed until PAX South this year, and I visited their booth. All right, so we've been having a good run. Pretty positive, pretty upbeat, wouldn't you say? We're going to throw that out the window for a second, because this guy sucks. I'm actually going to turn on the dialogue, because he has the worst dialogue. Not only that, he has multiple attacks where he just wanders off screen. And I don't like his voice. So yeah, he just rhymes the whole time. It's deeply upsetting. His DM has him wander off screen and make me waste an Astrosphere. And not only that, he can just decide to do it multiple times. Like, at any moment now, he can just decide to do Poetry Slam again. Or he can just do that and wander off the screen some more. I don't like this person. Yep, there he goes again. You stay right there, young man. You sit in the corner and you think about what you've done. You're ruining my run in front of all these nice people. Anyway, back to the happy, upbeat run.
Ooh, happy upbeat.
You can read a donation now.
I mean, I don't know that there would be a donation good enough to recover from that, but I will shout out chat that did attempt to continue the pun movement into that boss, but they too shared your pessimism, unfortunately.
Cool. All right, so this is Garden 1. We're basically in the Dr. Wily levels now. There's only they have more. There's more of the Robot Master style bosses. They're called adepts. I don't know why I'm calling them Robot Masters. Probably so y'all can relate to it. Anyway, this is Garden 1. It's got some interesting movement here. There's these doors that close behind me. That's pretty cool. This is going to be where we perform the only, I guess, major glitch. It's a glitch. It lets me do stuff. Basically. Oh yeah, these are gauntlet rooms that I can't skip, so sad day for everyone. There is a glitch where if I use one of Gunvolt's abilities, either Astrosphere, Crash Bolt, or any of the other ones that I might acquire over the course of my adventure, right after the animation ends, there is a 2-frame window where Gunvolt can jump regardless of where he is on screen. So I can perform a glitched double jump. I only need to perform this once, but there is another spot I'm gonna do it for swag. Not here.
That swag.
Not here, though. Coming up, another round of elevators incoming. And here we go. Ah, I missed it just barely. Ah, well. We'll go up the normal way. Fine, Mom. All right. That's all right. Not that big a deal. This run was kind of a wash anyway. But here's the important one, because there's a whole section where I have to go. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna see it now. Well, it's a sad day for everyone. Yeah. Normally I wouldn't have to go around this because I could glitch double jump up that corner, but you know, we don't always get what we want. Rest assured, it would have been super cool, and there would have been lots of hype in the chat.
Yeah. Instead, there are lots of puns in the chat.
Oh, I bet. I imagine.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the only bit of the game where there's a very large abundance of bottomless pits. I could die here. So just a moment while I focus through here. Also, those yellow drones can shoot rings that immobilize you, and they're mean. I don't like them. I got caught by one of them on PB pace once, and it was I think I curled up on the floor in a ball and cried. I didn't actually do that. I could have, though. All right, one more gauntlet fight that we can't quite skip, and then we're going to run up to our next boss, who I call Hair Lady. I think her name is like Desna or something, but she's Hair Lady. Probably because of all the hair. One, two, crash bolt this guy in the ceiling. All the robot parts rain down like ever so much confetti. And we blow up this hexapile and we move on. Crash bolt's on cooldown, that's why I'm not using it to open this door. The door knocker. All right, here we go. This lady is not too much trouble. But she does have legs for weeks. Alright, that's phase one. Pretty easy. Now she's going to start leaving the screen, but at predictable times, so I'm not as angry about it. Alright. I think I just wasted an Astrosphere. That's not a lot of health to cut down, but you know what? It cut into her third phase. Oh yeah, that's a mechanic. When you hit one of the dividing lines on the health bar that you may have seen, it goes into the next phase. But the last hit you dealt to them still does full damage. It's not too essential right now, but we are going to see that get made of use of later. I almost got caught by her DM. That would have been sad. I really hope I've dealt enough damage, otherwise this run, the end of this run is going to be really awkward. All right, next level. Actually, read a donation first, because we're going to have another score screen.
So, we just had $20 coming from Clem. What a great start for the event this whole day has been. A big thank you for all the runners, e-captures, and readers. Here's 20 towards the Link's Awakening bonus category requirements. What mighteth we find it from the depths of the color dungeons? Come what may, I'm glad to have Samu as our tour guide. Thanks very much for that donation, and yeah, keep them coming.
Probably colors.
And keep this commentary coming.
Probably colors in there, if I had to guess. Anyway, this is Garden 2. It is my least favorite full level in the game. There are two main sections to it. One is going to be doors, sort of like how you saw in the intro level, but worse. Most of the doors have two switches. Also, you may have noticed by now, this is a Mega Man type of game. Why aren't you getting new types of weapons every time you beat a boss? I am. But you don't get like crazy new elemental powers or anything. You get different darts for your gun. Most of them are completely worthless for the purposes of this speedrun, except for one. This one lets you charge it, and when you hit full charge, it lets you shoot through walls. We're going to exploit that to get through doors section here. Because normally you'd have to hit a bunch of other switches and hit a bunch of other doors, but instead we just shoot through a wall. Amazing. For some reason, that's a secret that gives me 1,000 points for J-pop, but we're turning that off now. In fact, I shouldn't have turned that off. We should have let the J-pop
We could have just enjoyed the moment. As it actually slows down.
Tell you what, the second part of this level, which I'm currently in the middle of now, is just all gauntlet rooms that I can't skip. So let's get it. Let me get enough score to turn the J-pop back on. Yeah, that's optimal combat there. Just spinning back and forth over and over, shooting and zapping. This whole end of level is just three gauntlet sections divided by 3 staircases. I don't know why there's ninjas on that first staircase. They aren't on the other 2. It's very confusing. just lots of fighting, really. In fact, you could probably get away with reading a donation while I chew through this.
I was just going to say, coming up later on, we do have This Is Aladdin, which has a donation system of its own, in which we can vote for whether it's being played on the SNES or the GBA version. Now, apparently, there is a GBA version of Disney's Aladdin. I did not know this, that it's currently winning by $10 to 0. Not that I'm trying to influence you guys, but, you know, this might be the only chance you'll ever get to see Disney's Aladdin on the Game Boy Advance. Just saying.
The J-pop is turned on. Sour please in the chat. Oh, right. There was one more round of robots. I can't count.
Back to J-pop.
Okay, so next boss coming up is someone I refer to affectionately as Puppet Man. He is a man who has a robot that he uses as a puppet. I know, I am a very creative namer. This guy's mechanics are a little weird just because he has the puppet hanger on. His invincibility frames between phases don't last quite as long, and his DM is kind of weird and something I can hopefully exploit. Basically, his robot has its own health bar and can break. He does revive it, but if I can break the robot right before or right after I initiate phase 3, I can skip him doing his DM by killing him before he can repair the robot. Whoops. And here we go. And there he goes. Wow, I actually did that. That is actually not the boss of this level, though, because he dies, and then he says, ha ha ha, I have one more puppet for you to fight. It's a big generic robot. I don't get it. I don't get it. You don't get it. Right, so here's how this guy works. We crack his shield twice, then we use Crash Bolt to break it the rest of the way and deal damage to him, and then we do damage and dodge his things. I need to... Whoop. Well, I was going to fill up on EP, but now I'm sad. I shouldn't have used Crash Bolt there because I need to break through his shield again. Actually, you know what I forgot? Astrosphere just goes right through his armor and hurts him while damaging the shield. So, there we go. Problem solved. Ow. Oh, I just noticed how low a health I got. This is kind of scary. Alright, so he's going to start his DM. There is a brief moment where he is vulnerable, so I'm just going to drop in with Prevasion and hit him. Alright, then he does this, which, very threatening. Alright, so here's what's going to happen here. He's going to pull up a shield one more time. Crack it twice. Crash Bolt. Astrosphere, and that should be it. Oh god, that wasn't it. Everyone panic. Good panic. Okay. So, next is Garden 3, which is the refights. It's going to be refights of the first four, of the dudes in the first 4 main levels that we did. And then the final 2 bosses. So, yeah. Oh yeah, I should mention, the final boss of this game, his name is Zonda. They're a bit of a weird case. They have, like, a male and a female form, and then they turn into a little lolly girl. It's very complicated. But the fun thing about them is that they were one of the guys in the first game. They were like in an interlude level where they mess with you throughout the entire level, and then once you get to him, Copen walks up and shoots them in the head, and then you fight Copen. So now they're back for this game. Gunvolt's weird. It's very anime. Right, so time for refights. First, we're gonna fight Tenjan. He's exactly the same, except now for the boss refights, energy conservation is extremely important. Those batteries in the bottom left of the screen. I mostly have been using them willy-nilly to fight the bosses because why wouldn't I? At the end of the level, they refill. But now we need to use them carefully in order to fight 6 bosses in a row. Because they recharge very, very slowly. We are still going to use an Astrosphere at the end. Oh, wow. He went for me on that one. All right. That's going to put him into his phase 3. He's going to do his DM. Yep, going to use Astrosphere there. We're gonna beat him up while he just sits there doing his big T pose for dominance. Except he was not very dominant at all. Level up. And okay, I got what I needed. We just got a new ability because we just hit level 13. This is called Luxcalibur. You're gonna see what that does in a minute. I'm gonna take a drink now. Let me know if anything weird happens. Dude, what the heck? I told you to warn me.
I didn't see it coming until like just now. I'm on a delay.
Nah, I'm just kidding. That was supposed to happen. All right.
You lied. That wasn't weird at all. That was entirely expected.
Okay, so that's a scripted revive. I don't know why he does that. Oh yeah, that's Zonda's brother. He gets mad and does that. We come back with our crazy power up, which we are now going to massively exploit for the next 3 bosses. So here's Blood Lady again. We're gonna do some. She's got a surprise waiting for her. First things first, we gotta get through phase 1. Mostly just chipping away at her, doing damage. Gonna jump across the screen. We dodge her big spinny blades. Now she's in phase 2. Remember what I said. In phase 2, she has much less defense than she has in her other 2 phases. Make a note of that, that's going to be on the test. Gonna hit her with Crash Bolt. Keep a close eye on her health. And... oop, her tags wore off. And stop. Now watch her health real quick. So Luxcalibur is very strong. And that's it. We completely skipped her DM and her phase 3. So that's why energy conservation is going to be so important for these next couple of guys, because Luxcalibur is going to completely obliterate the final 2 bosses. But we still need to do these guys very, very quickly. That's why we have the order set up in the way we do. First we do Blood Lady, then we do Teseo. Teseo is actually a complete breather fight. I don't need to use any skills on him at all, so we just let those batteries recharge while we fight him. In fact, Teseo is such a freebie that go ahead and read some donations while I continue to bully him. Okay,
well, while you're bullying the nerds, some different nerds have sent in money to help save the children. So
yay.
Thank you so much. S16 for the $20, who writes, "Go Keaton, love you friends." And also shout outs to Darklay, thank you so much for the bits and for the $5 donation. Darklay writes, "Go Keaton. Also, save Roller, please. Roller is a good girl."
Whatever you say. I don't know who that is.
Roller's the girl that we get to either kill or save in Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge, the run after Rock Band 4 minus.
That sounds like a very interesting thing that you should do.
Yeah, it's a SNES Super Scope game, so light guns, hell yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm not, not one to like plug another run during your run, but seriously.
That's fine. We're on the downswing of this anyway. All right, time to fight Waterboy again. Except he's not in the sewer, so he doesn't get his home terrain power up. That's a thing I made up. All right, he's gonna do his thing where he dashes across the screen, kicking up lots of water that I don't like because I don't know. I'm a light socket. Ow. Now that I have infinite air jumps, I can just sit up here and shoot him a lot. Ow. The DM skip here is actually very specific. You have to set up for Astrosphere while he's in the air, just so you have just enough time to match the damage out of him before he goes away. You stay there! I didn't let you leave the first time, I don't let you leave now. You've been naughty. Okay, we don't fight any of the other bosses that we've met. Those guys are reserved for Copen's route. He has like kind of a reverse boss order thing going on with Gunvolt. No, instead we fight the 2 forms of Zonda. Don't ask too many questions about their wardrobe.
How many is too many?
One. One is too many.
I'll ask less questions than that.
Good. Proud of you. Now, here's a slightly awkward detail that I don't necessarily agree with about Zonda. The female form has way less defense than the male form. I'm not making any statements, that's just a true thing, and that's why I'm going to use Crash Bolt on her more. Alright, fight's over. Because they're going to jump up in the middle of the room, and I'm going to do this. That hits both of them, so they're dead now. Alright, all that's left is to walk through a couple doors and fight the final boss, who is Zonda, but for real this time. Their power is supposed to be love, so they turn into, well, there's this scene, and then they turn into this. Happy Valentine's Day. It's not Valentine's Day. First phase is pretty much exclusively card throwing. Nothing too crazy to write home about. Although the homing cards are very annoying to deal with. One more cycle, and we're in phase 2. Phase 2, they start throwing a lot more at me. Namely, this yellow phase, where she puts up a barrier, which I shall now Crash Bolt through and deal damage to her. Then she's going to do cards again. And after this, I don't know what's about to happen. Blue, that means swords from the ceiling. Ow. Green means pillars, but what if I did this instead? Okay. Now she's going to do her DM, which I cannot accelerate or interrupt in any way, so we just get to deal with this now. Time is going to be once the DM is over and I Crash Bolt her one more time. Give or take a couple... I'll call time. Alright, she's gonna come back. Yellow. And... I missed? Okay, she has like a weird amount of iframes when she puts up that shield. I've never run into that before. Anyway, time. Yeah. That's kind of it. She doesn't even explode or anything. At least I don't think I do. At least I don't think she does. I definitely don't explode. I won. Oh man. This run is it doesn't stop at any point really.
It does not.
No, but that was Azure Striker Gunvolt 2. That was any % Gunvolt. There's also there's several other categories, mostly involving the other character Copen. Shoutouts to the Azure Striker 2 speedrunning community. Y'all have been nothing but kind to me since I got there. Is double shoutouts to Benja S7, the current world record holder of Gunvolt any %. When I first joined the Discord, he put up a stream for me to watch so I could, learn the ropes, learn some tricks, and then he casually set a new world record right in front of me, and I will never forgive him for that. What was my runtime?
47:59. The sub 48s.
That was actually pretty good. Actually, that is perfect because there's something I wanted to show off if I had time, which I do. Is that all right? Can I show something else extra? It'll take like 2 minutes.
I have no objections, and I'm sure
it'll take
no one in chat will either.
It'll take like 2 minutes.
Okay. Sorry, do it quickly before they object.
Okay. So, Gunvolt 2 has amiibo support. You might be thinking, oh, what kind of amiibo? Well,
Guess in chat. Guess in chat which amiibo it supports.
Too late.
You're wrong.
It's Shovel Knight. So there's an optional boss fight against Shovel Knight. And I was going to put this up as a donation incentive. I ordered the amiibo and everything. Here he is. And look at him, he's going nuts. He's doing shovel drop. And then he did the dig. He did the dig move where he digs up stuff.
Be a fraction of his Smash Bros. Moveset.
That's it. This is all he does. He does shovel drop and then he does dig things. Ow. I mean, I died, but like, that's it. That's the whole fight. It's not even that interesting. And I just wanted to rant about that for a second because I got this stupid gold Shovel Knight amiibo for $20 of my hard-earned money that I will never get back. All right. Anyway, that's Azure Striker Gunvolt 2. Please continue to donate for Save the Children. It's a worthy cause that you all should be putting money toward. Also, play the Gunvolt games, you cowards!
Yeah.
That's it. That's
Best
my
Mega Man game you've never played.
That's it. That's my time.
Yeah. Congratulations. Any more shoutouts before you finish?
Shoutouts to me.
Yes. Oh, very much.
Have a good night, y'all.
Our very own Benedict Cumberbatch lookalike and Gunvolt.
Excuse you?
There have been 3 independents. People in chats going, wait, why is Benedict Cumberbatch playing Gunvolt?
Good night.
Good night. We'll see you guys after intermission.
SMH my head.